Right, so I haven't made a video on the coronavirus yet, partially because it hasn't really affected Canada yet, but I think I have to now. Number one, because I think there's been a confirmed case in BC today or yesterday, I don't remember. But the other thing to bring up too is I wanted to talk about the influence of the Trudeau government on this one. Now, to some people, this may sound like partisan Trudeau bashing, but if nothing would have went wrong, I think I would have held off. But at this point, you have to make a video because this is incompetence at the highest level. That they had every chance and every reason in the world to, number one, I mean, I would have completely blocked people entering from China until they could prove that they weren't infected with it, or at the very least, you have the basic screening coming into Canada, and they did nothing. Now we have a case here, and things could get pretty bad. Now, the first, like, I do want to bring up that the chances of this being some worldwide pandemic where, thousands or even millions of people die. I mean, I think there's been almost 1,000 people die from it. But I mean, we don't know because China is a communist country and they're not going to release the numbers because it probably makes them look incompetent, and corrupt governments don't do that kind of stuff. So we're probably never going to know the exact numbers, but let's just say it's in the hundreds. It has the potential to be very bad, but like I say, it's most likely not going to go anywhere. It's not going to be something that's going to kill a very large number of people, but it has the potential. And for the simple reason that you can have it for, I don't know, I think it's 1 or 2 days. I'm not an expert on it. I haven't read up that much on it. I have a little bit, but I don't want to spend hours reading about this kind of stuff because I'm kind of busy right now. But I did want to make a video about it because, like I say, the Trudeau government, this is something that they're incredibly incompetent on. Like, why in the world would you not want to screen people? It makes no sense. For all the people talking about how you're just doomsday preaching here, but I understand, yes, it has a small chance, I mean 10%, 5%, even if it's a 1% chance that it kills Canadians. Why would you not want to screen people? It makes absolutely no sense. And I think this isn't even a nonpartisan thing. Like, it's conservatives and liberals, no matter where you are in the political spectrum, this is something people are going to agree on. So, I mean, there's no risk to it. It's not like it's an issue where, you're going to have one side of the spectrum that's going to be super mad at you. Like, it makes zero sense. I think I would just chalk it up to sheer incompetence of the Trudeau government. Like I've said before, and I'll say again, I don't think that either side, whether you're left or the right, but in this case, let's just talk about the left. I don't think that they're as incompetent as what a lot of. I mean, it's always a joke that like Trudeau is like a dumber than a monkey, those kind of things. But I don't think it's incompetence for a lot of things. I think it's just their sheer cunning, you know, will to power, or all this kind of stuff. But this one I do have to chalk up to incompetence because I think the Trudeau government's at a level now where they can do pretty much whatever they want and get away with it. Because if blackface and if um, SNC and all these scandals and a terrible economy, and we've had zero growth in the last 2 quarters, I believe. Alberta's had negative growth. A handful of provinces have had negative growth or zero growth. If that's not enough to get public support away from the Trudeau government, then I don't know what is. And I guarantee you they're thinking the same thing, that hey, we can do whatever we want, we can get away with it. We can fall asleep at the wheel and have a virus come in that maybe it only kills 10 people. Like, that's still, like, you should be willing to spend millions of dollars to screen people. And it's not, I don't even think it would cost them that much. All you'd have to do is just train a handful of people at every major airport. I mean, every airport where flights are coming in from China, even, which I don't think is even very many airports. It's probably only like Vancouver, Toronto. That may only be those two. So yeah, like, it makes absolutely zero sense. Like, I'm really fighting to find a motive and a reason for their not willing to do this kind of stuff. Like, I mean, I could see people calling the you're more far left, people calling them racist for doing that, but like, come on, like, that's not even something I think the Trudeau government would be competent enough to go for. So, like I say, I wanted to make a video about it because, like I say, at this point, there is thousands of people infected in China, mostly in China, in a lot of countries. There's been at least one case in the States. There's been one case in BC now. There's been cases in several countries, and like I say, the problem with this virus is it has the ability to you can have it and not show symptoms for I think a day or two. So that's the problem with it. It's not like you get it, you show symptoms right away. So it's something that, like I say, I understand it's a very small chance of it being a significant issue, but even if it's something that, even if it's a small chance, you still should at least do the basic precautions. There's no reason you can't screen people coming in from China. Like it makes zero sense. But anyway, I wanted to make a video about it because I think it might be nothing. It might be something that goes absolutely nowhere, and the next day, tomorrow or the next day, it's yeah, we got this completely under control. But there is that, like I say, single digit percent chance where it's something big, and maybe a one in, 1,000 chance where it's something that kills millions of people. But even if it's a one in 1,000 chance that it's something that kills millions of people, like I say, it makes no sense not to at least put a little bit of time and effort into it. But anyway, I wanted to make a video about it. I wanted to keep it short, but this is something that, like I say, the Trudeau government. This is a very, very poor on their part, and it shows just sheer incompetence. And like I say, I don't even think there a lot of the stuff they do that's bad is incompetence. I think it's just them doing what they can to get reelected. But like I say, this is definitely a case of incompetence. So anyway, I'll leave it there. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.